All right, let's just jump right into it. For centuries, we've all looked up at the stars and asked that one big question: are we alone? But what if the real question isn't about them out there, but about them being inside us? Today, we are going deep into a truly mind-bending idea: the theory that our very blueprint for life might not be entirely from Earth.
And that's really the question at the heart of this whole thing. It kind of challenges everything we think we know about where we come from. Are we 100% a product of this planet, or is there something more complex, something, dare I say, alien, woven right into our genetic code?
So before we get into the really wild stuff, we need to get our heads around a concept called panspermia. Now, this is a real scientific hypothesis. The idea is that the fundamental building blocks of life, we're talking DNA, are just floating around the universe, hitching rides on things like asteroids and space dust. If that's true, well, it means life here on Earth could be related to life anywhere else in the cosmos. We might all share a cosmic family tree.
And this number, 94%, is where things start to get really weird. Back in 2013, scientists discovered this microbe called the Pandora virus. And get this, a staggering 94% of its genes matched nothing else on Earth. For people who believe in the hybrid theory, this is basically a smoking gun. It suggests that biological blueprints, completely alien to our planet, don't just exist, they're already here.
Okay, so from the world of the microscopic, let's zoom way out to the profoundly strange. Our first piece of evidence takes us to the coast of Peru, where archaeologists unearthed some very, very unusual ancient remains.
So ever since the 1920s, these incredible elongated skulls had been found, belonging to a people known as the Paracas. And we're not talking slightly different here. These are dramatically, structurally different from any normal human skull. And the big question has always been, why?
And this leads us to two completely different stories. The mainstream conventional view is that this is the result of a practice called head binding. But ancient astronaut theorists, they ask a really critical question: why would an entire culture do this? And their answer is, they weren't inventing a new shape. They were trying to imitate powerful, godlike visitors who already had naturally elongated heads.
And this is where the theory really starts to pick up steam. Proponents argue that, yeah, head binding can change the shape, but it can't change these fundamental details. We're talking about skulls that are 60% heavier, with a brain capacity that's 2.5 times larger than ours. They're missing a key piece of connective tissue that all humans have. Plus, they have larger eye sockets and these two mysterious holes in the back.
And this is where it gets absolutely wild. In 2014, one of these skulls reportedly had its DNA analyzed. And according to the geneticist who ran the initial tests, the results were just startling. Certain segments of the DNA simply didn't match anything in the known human genome. This claim has become a cornerstone for the argument that these beings were not entirely human. The skulls are a compelling mystery from our ancient past, for sure. But what if a living, breathing example of an alien blueprint is swimming in our oceans right now? Let's dive in and talk about the octopus. Just look at this comparison of genetic complexity. An octopus has roughly 50,000 genes. That's almost double the 25,000 that make up a human being. This incredible complexity, combined with how they just suddenly appear in the fossil record, actually led a team of 33 scientists in 2018 to propose a pretty radical idea: that the octopus might actually have extraterrestrial origins.
I mean, its biology just feels alien, right? It's got 3 hearts and 9 brains. It can change its appearance in the blink of an eye. But its real superpower is its ability to edit its own RNA. Think about that. It's like being able to rewrite your own biological software on the fly to adapt. It's a feat no other known creature can do.
The Paracas skulls and the octopus are fascinating rabbit holes to go down. But the most radical part of this hybrid theory is that the evidence for alien life isn't out there. It's right here, inside of us.
Now, consider one of the most famous pieces of alleged physical evidence. In 1992, a man named Peter Curry claimed he had an alien encounter. The only thing left behind was this: a single strange strand of hair, apparently optically clear like a piece of fishing line. When he sent it for DNA analysis, the results that came back were, well, they were impossible.
So here's the heart of the mystery. The DNA test on that single hair revealed 2 completely distinct ancestral lines, a very rare Chinese lineage and a blue-eyed Celtic lineage. According to the biochemist, finding 2 ancient lineages from opposite ends of the globe in one person's DNA, it's just not supposed to happen.
But it's not just about strange, isolated samples. Some researchers are looking at humanity as a whole, And what they found is that in just the last 5,000 years, human evolution has accelerated at 100 times its normal rate. 100 times! This leads theorists to ask a very pointed question. What on earth happened 5,000 years ago to trigger such a massive, unprecedented leap forward?
And then there's this number. According to a 2013 study, the odds of a specific, complex, mathematical pattern appearing randomly in our genome are 1 in 10 trillion. Imagine finding a perfect sentence written in a pile of random alphabet soup. That's the idea here. The researchers, a mathematician and an astrobiologist, argued this could not be chance. They called it an extraterrestrial stamp, a message deliberately hidden inside us.
So, if there is a message, if there's some kind of hidden signature tucked away in our genetic code, what in the world could it be telling us?
This brings theorists to a really fascinating parallel. Across so many ancient religions, the number 3 is sacred. Think of the Holy Trinity. It's just everywhere. And then, incredibly, when scientists finally cracked the genetic code, what did they find? That the language of our DNA is also based on the number 3. All the information is organized in these little 3-molecule clusters called codons. So is that just a cosmic coincidence, or could it be the signature of an intelligent design?
And that brings us to our final question for you. From Pandora viruses and ancient skulls to octopus intelligence and impossible DNA samples, all these theories point to one really startling conclusion, that we may not be who we think we are. If our DNA really is a message in a bottle, it leaves us with the ultimate question: who sent it?